Special Agent Mulder here, and no, I'm not getting run over by a train. I'm down at Wonthaggi State Mine. It's been closed for a number of years, and we're down here to see a little bit of train history, as well as a bit of history of the mines. They have K-192 there on the siding, and it's quite a big animal, isn't it? Huger. 3 metres tall, nearly, maybe 4. And yeah, we can see the configuration. We have a 1-4 setup, 4 big wheels and 1 smaller. And we have our coal car. So the wheels are basically shaped like a modern wheel. And we'll step back a little bit and we'll see an old coal car there, or old timber. And this is a original coal carriage or truck made out of wood. Looking a bit second hand, but that's original. And that's probably the last stamp it ever got. You can see some of the cleats and everything they used to have on the side for holding the trains down and all that sort of stuff. A lot of cleats and stuff you don't see on modern trains these days. Sorry there, I just went down a ditch. And this is platform 1 here, and we have an old passenger carriage 203T. I'll go and have a bit of a closer look. Here's the history here. So if you want to zoom in on that, pause it and zoom in on that, you can be able to read that. And on the other side, we have about the electrification of Melbourne's suburban railways. Cool. Now let's go and have a look at this. Close look at this. So looks like it's been emptied out of all the seats. Yeah, it's completely empty. But that is an original wooden car, passenger service for suburban Melbourne back in the early 1900s. Alright, well let's, first of all, I'll show you this information over here about the this train here. It took its last trip in 1968, so quite a while ago. And following this video, I'll be heading to Kilcunda to show you some of the old infrastructure. They've got a really cool old wooden bridge down there, so rail bridge. So I'll just stick that on that one there, and you can pause it and zoom in and read about all that. So I'm getting all the info in there, and we can go and have a look inside the locomotive. That's what I was wanting to do. See the leaf springs, the old leaf springs they used to have. And this was the engineer's office. Open it out a bit. There's the furnace. Some of the dampers and stuff that they could use, all riveted in. And the coal man would drag it from out of here. Yeah, that's sealed shut. Got a bit of a tarp on there to keep some of the birds out, I think. And where your engineer's sitting. And there's his speed and brakes right there. Old speed handle, and this is to engage the brakes, the wheel. Now we've got some more braking application stuff over here, and I don't know what that does. Maybe that pulled the horn. You're about to write in the comments anyway. Not very often I get in the office of a steam train. Got a little wooden seat here for the coal man, and yeah, a couple of little lockers for you to put your gear away there. Mignon. A lot of just strange looking items there, but you know, it's all been replaced by much smaller items now, which is good in a way, but like some of this stuff really needs to be preserved as far as Agent Mulder is concerned. Alright, let's go and have a look around and see what else we can see, and we'll come back and have a look at the train again, the last part of the video. We can see up the mine shaft there. We'll go wander up there and have a look, and yeah, it's the whole village. Yeah, put the camera on instead of looking over the top of your camera. Good one. Yeah, so let's go and have a look around. They've all got plaques, and we'll have a bit of a wander around and do some Agent Mulder history, which I haven't done for a little while. Oh, that was I'm going to need Steadicam application for that beggar there. Alright, we shall enter the under manager's office and have a bit of a look around. Still left the light on for me, thank you. Some pictures of the heydays of the mine on the telephone list, and there we go. Give that a bit of a zoom in. Cool. Sort of sighting for the sighting tool for construction of roads and railway tracks. And I imagine all these stuff here used to represent something on a map. Oh, there's some ancient books there as well. Alright, so that was his office. And we've got some sort of information area in here. Look around at myself, I haven't been in here yet. Probably should have done a recce before I here. Looks like we've got the oh yeah, that's doing it hard. I had to pause it there. Music started playing out there, a bit of Lorena McKenna, Dante's Prayer. Don't want to get copyrighted. There's our old cloakroom and shower area. Look, I was saying, check those old showers out, hey? Alright, next.
And managers have gone underground to complete maintenance.
And there's a little bit of the documentary.
Above ground, 2 men approach the shaft to grease the steel cable.
We'll go and have a look at some of this stuff.
Just as they reach the shaft, the ground begins to rumble.
You can pause on that and
Strange sound from under their feet.
read that. So,
It's followed by a terrifying whooshing sound roaring towards them up the shaft.
oh, that's not good. Alright,
In an instant,
we'll wander out and see what else we can get.
blast of coal.
There's our management only sign. Pause and read. And here's a bit of some old mining carts, winch, pulling up and down, and a little bit of rail left, as you can see. Pulling into the old bicycle shed now. Rail up here, We'll follow this up the hill and see some more on the other side there. There we are, winch house, pulling all the mining carts up and down, and we've got some sitting up there. There's our train down there, the manager station, and yeah, we've got a couple of the old telegraph poles there, and also electric. You can see the ceramic ones there on the top, resistors. That's the word, Mulder. And yeah, down there is your coal entrance to the place where they used to dig it. And we've got a sign here anyway. You can pause and read at your leisure. Okay, got the old Country Fire Authority display winch house. And here we have a map of the place. It's quite big. Yeah, his old mate in his garb for the old days. He's certainly a good duty man. He's quite wooden, isn't he, his personality? See some different things background there, and it looks like the CFA do a little bit of work up here in teaching. So it's on fire there, but the fire brigade's there, it's all right. And we here have a mock set up for miners putting out fires. Fires were quite common. As we know, coal burns pretty good. And we have a replica type fire engine with, looks like the brass there and man on the ground. And look, even an old television, no, it's a telephone. Cool. All right. So that would be a little bit kooky at night with these guys hanging around. Up these steps. Okay, there's your winch system. To pull up the mining carts, which were coming out there. Alright, on to the next one. Now we've got some montages here in correlation with the mine, the values, and some just some general silhouettes. And a huge roll of cable right there. See, it's quite a big place. Let's wander down. There we have some of the shaft cages. They used to raise up and down the shafts. Couple of different sorts. This is probably one that would be dragging up the coal. That's dragging up a man up and down as well. The first aid. Pretty original, this one over here. That's the post office. I'll have to have a look in here. Check that out. Got all these 80 colognes or phones. Cool. Map of the world, old clocks, Queen Elizabeth. And the Mechanical Museum. That looks looks like a good place to visit. There's a drilling rig right there. Let's better look at that. They'll drill down into the seam with those, see what they can find. And there's your facts. Alright, machine shed, ahoy. This will have some gear in it. I'll have to make it pretty snappy. I've only got another 15 minutes before they're closing up. They let me film after the hours for a minute. There's no one in here currently at the moment. Yeah, so what we're seeing here is obviously an old steam driven tractor of some description, and some of these machineries would have been probably made for purpose, and others, like universal, like the tractor there. That's one of the really old, what do they call it, Ronaldson Bro and Tippett engine. Huge, looks like electric, perhaps. Certainly looks like it could be. And yeah, some really old, what we like to see, this old stuff. Used to have moulds for all this stuff, but it was still proper grafting. See an old hydraulic drill there, hammer drill, wheel cart, windlass and fall, and there's a coal screener, I do believe. This is what this is it? So we have the coal screener. Screens your coals, and maybe missing some bits and pieces. Alright, what else have we got on the other side here? The old generator there. And we've got some machinery tools to tool our machinery. Make it all work really well. And here's more of our coal screener across here. Alright, on to the next one. Loving this old machine here though, before we go. That's really cool. Okay, some more continuation of track. There was carts going everywhere, of course. Let's heading towards the blacksmith. I've got some canaries for the mine, of course. Make sure it's safe. And that looks like another elevator to take them down. They're in the blackies now, blacksmiths. There's all his tools, all his gear. With that for a press. That's going to give you the good news. There's our billows. And yeah, all the different tools that you require to be a blacksmith in the olden days. Now there's a bit of track out here. And a little bird in there, is there? There he goes. There's our train again. What have we got here? The air shaft. Look it in there. Negative. We can go and have a look in the stabling by the looks of it. Yep, certainly does look like old stabling. You can see the names of the horses there, and some old saddles, bridles and such like that. All the stuff you need. You can see some of these collars are for pulling weights. Got some blinkers there on for the horses. And look at these old carriages. Look at that. And they're just getting covered in bird shit. That's a little bit ordinary, isn't it? There we go, this looks like Bridal City over here. Check out the wagon wheel, made by hand. Of course, the Cooper was the man who used to make the rings for a wagon wheel, and also he used to put the rings onto barrels, the rings around wooden barrels. So we've certainly got a few sorts of different bridles there. So these horses were used to move things around before we had the car or the truck. And what have we got here? There we go, there's Cobber right there. Good on your Cobber. And there's some coal that he's dragged out. Good one. And this looks like some sort of farming implement here to me. It may be a scoop to dig up unwanted dirt. We've got a couple of little scoops on either side by the looks of it. Okay, I'll just have a look around the corner here at the gazza or garage. And there you go. Efforts Garage, Chevy, motor repairs, motorcycle and truck service. And in there, Chev 1927. Hopefully you can see that pretty good. Really cool. And there's also some, obviously, mechanical equipment there. Which really the only thing's changed has been computers added on. You still have to undo nuts and bolts the same, that's for sure. So I've got plenty to cover, but I've got to pull the pin here. I'm down here at Christmas time, so I'll finish it off down here, and hopefully I'll get a little more time. But yeah, like I said, the gates will be shutting very shortly, and Agent Mulder doesn't really feel like spending the night with those mannequins up in the firehouse up there. I swear one of them heads was moving. Check back in the footage for me, peeps, because I reckon one was watching me as I was going through. All right, we'll wrap it up there as we're looking at the train. Fascinating that they did all this by hand. You know, there's no excavators, there's none of the stuff they got, there's no laser levels. It's all done by hand and eye, string, plumb bobs. You can see there, don't stand on the train carriages, well, that's obvious. They need to be preserved. And we'll get a last widescreen here of Big Boy. Certainly massive, huge engine. And yeah, there's his old rail gate. These were what we used to use back in the old days. England the same. I'm not sure if America went with rail gates. They may have done in some parts of America, but yeah, pretty certainly common in the Commonwealth. Anyway, common in the Commonwealth, that's a good one. And yeah, Agent Mulder has to climb the fence to get out. That's locked, that one, so, and the gate's like miles up there. Okay, coolio and the gang. There's an old rail sign, and there's a little bit of rail left there to show you where the track went. So it used to go across there and swing to the right of that rail crossing there. And you can see we've got another old-fashioned sign there. The eastern area. So it was all cut up into little sections. All right. Wait a minute, there is a gate here, is there? There is a gate with a padlock on it. Yes, there is in the gate. All right. Hope you enjoyed that. And I'll catch you in the next one. Go ahead and give me a like and a subscribe if you like a bit of history. Flick that like button across the ear. Throw the subscribe button a couple of Scooby snacks. And that'll be Special Agent Fox Mulder jumping the fence, and out.